Well, hey, you guys, Happy New Year. It's 2022. And this episode of The Rachel Cruze Show, I'm so excited about because the big DR, you're back. Dave Ramsey.
The big DR.
AKA Dad. How you doing?
Great. How you doing?
Do you feel like a different man in the new year?
Happy New Year. I do. I do. Life is good. This is going to be a great year.
I know. So last year, we did a video together talking about things to do differently with your money in 2021. Well, now that we're in a new year, I want to dive in and talk about things that everyone can do differently with their money based on money trends that we're seeing, based on our survey that we did at Ramsey Solutions, which is the State of Personal Finance survey we have out. All of some good stuff, because it's important to change up what you're doing. If it's not working, you got to change it, right?
Absolutely.
So the first thing, I think that is so key, is find little ways to save money, AKA how not to spend as much. And this is all, what?
No.
Do you agree with that or
Sure.
no?
Yeah,
It's like, I don't know about that. Well, because you love to spend too. We love to spend money. It's fun. And so finding ways to be like, okay, where can I cut back? Because I know I can be guilty of things like, oh, that's a great sale. I'm getting a good deal. And then you end up spending more money that you didn't even plan on spending just because of a sale. So I've learned in my own life how to I'll add stuff to my cart online if I'm bored and I'm just looking through, and then I don't buy it. And I just delete the window and I just move on with my life. But it feels like you kind of spent money and you didn't spend money. So it feels great. But hey, I saved money.
Get the dopamine rush without the empty checking account. Who knew?
1,000%. Yes.
Yeah. What happens is the Bible says the little foxes spoil the vine. The little details will kill you. And no one does stupid on purpose. And the way to keep from spending money on little things that you shouldn't be is just pay attention. When you spend money on little things that you shouldn't, you're just being lazy. You're not paying attention.
Yes.
And if you'll just look at what the flip you're doing, you'll go, oh, wait a minute, that's stupid. I'm not doing that. Because it's just it's a sloppiness kind of in your intentionality. And when you just pay attention, you'll tighten up.
Well, you always say the phrase, and it kind of grosses me out, but it's just true, death by 1,000 cuts kind of thing, right? Like, it's just like those little things, you guys, they can kill you.
Well, people are successful by small increments, not by big splashes.
Yep.
And people fail by small increments, not by usually one big bad decision. Very seldom does one thing take somebody down.
Yep.
In their success journey, their wealth building journey, their marriage, whatever. It's very seldom one moment. But maybe the one moment is the icing on the cake, but it's been a series of events that brought you close to there.
It's good.
And that's why this is so important.
Yep. So you guys, again, finding little ways to save money is so key. Okay, next, keeping your emergency fund funded. So having your emergency fund is so key, but when you use it, to put money back in and save it back up.
Yeah, and I did a survey too. 4 in 4 people, everybody during the pandemic had a freak out moment.
Is that a Dave Ramsey survey?
That's a Dave Ramsey survey.
Is that an official?
That's like 4 out of 4 dentists say. Yeah, but I mean, you had a freak out moment, right? It's like, for a moment there. And then, how long that moment lasted was somewhat in proportion to the size of your emergency fund, your rainy day fund. So if you had a pandemic problem pop up and you had $50,000 cash in the bank and no debt, that problem didn't last long emotionally.
Yeah.
But if you had $50,000 in debt and no money and you had a problem pop up, now this problem lasts. And so your emergency fund has always been there for your rainy day. It's always the umbrella. It's the GOK, the God Only Knows Fund. And it always gives you peace. And it's never sexy to do it. It's never like, ooh, I'm cool, when you do it. But it always gives you this adult feeling because you're freaking being an adult.
Do you find, though, with people that when you have to dip into it and then fund it back, it's like, oh, it's kind of that backward step? Because I think we all, as humans, we want our life to just keep going up, right? But the truth is like, there's an up and down trajectory.
It's a downer to have to take a step back to take 2 forward.
Yeah.
It's always like, oh, crap, I got to do this again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's everybody. But it's probably more of a downer for those of us that are spenders, that are offensive in what we're doing. The saver is like, oh, good, I get to save again, a little bit, right?
We're back to saving money. It's so exciting.
But but it feels like you lost traction.
Yeah.
Like there's a storm on our mountain climb, so we have to go back down and get safe, wait on the storm to go by, come back up. That's a bummer. I got to climb it again.
Yes.
But You still do it. You still do it.
Yep, and you're not going into debt for it too, which is great for that emergency. Okay, next. This is a hot topic. You ready? Mm-hmm. Cryptocurrency. So you guys.
The crypto guys love me. They
go,
love Dave.
Don't go crypto crazy. So in our survey that we did, it's so interesting. 14% of people have a clear understanding of what cryptocurrency is, but 22% of them have
80% of those are lying too. So yeah, it's like,
have purchased it. So talk about this because investments. Well, hold on. Let me just say this because you're 61.
Thank you.
Yeah. 61. 61.
How old are you?
Yeah, it's fine. Do you know how old I am?
Just keep moving.
Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
No, I'm not going to reveal your age.
Oh,
it's okay.
I'm proud of my age. Okay, so for your 61 years, though, again, you've been doing this, not that entire 61 years, but over decades, you've seen different flashy things come up, kind of this like, oh, we're changing the system a little bit. And some stuff has changed, right? Like when debit cards came into play,
Sure.
you know what I mean? Plastic came into play,
Sure.
all of that. So there are times that the financial industry does change,
Mm-hmm.
but your investment strategy for you has been very consistent over decades. So what makes you not want to just like jump on the new exciting trend of crypto?
Well, I've seen a lot of get rich quick come and go. I mean, nothing down real estate's hot again. It was hot when I was 22.
Yep.
It was a great way to get rich when you were 22. And I did get rich in nothing down real estate and went broke.
Yeah.
And so, what the problem is not actually whether blockchain works or whether Elon Musk is a brilliant guy. That's not because he endorsed it, right? And so Dogecoin, and it's not whether I actually understand it and I'm a boomer and I'm out of touch. That's just a bunch of crap, okay? That's a Reddit thread. You should stay out of that garbage. No, here's the thing. The truth is the problem that blockchain represents or that crypto or Doge or whatever represents is a get-rich-quick mentality, and it is I'm going to get rich easy and quick, and there's no risk. And anyone who says otherwise just really doesn't understand the actual way it works, which is horse crap. Of course, I understand how it works. It's ridiculous. But what it is an unproven thing to put money into. And so it is not an investment. By definition, an investment has a historical track record that you can plow into. And you can go, this is what's there. So when you are putting money in something that's unproven, that's called speculation. That's not called investing. That's called gambling. It's not called investing. And so I'm not saying that crypto is not going to work out. I kind of think some version of it is going to work out. But I don't know how many bodies are going to be left in the ditch along the way of people who rode these ridiculous tidal waves and thought they knew how to surf. And they get their whole lives wiped out, like mine got wiped out with nothing down real estate because I was greedy.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. This is he who hastens to be rich will not go unpunished. And so there's this existential thing that happened in the pandemic. Oh, we all realize we're all going to die now. They never thought of that before. And so I have to get in a real hurry to get rich because I'm going to perish. And so there's this weird spiritual crap happening inside of people that's causing them to rush into nothing down real estate, into speculation of any kind, and crypto just falls in that category.
Yeah.
With this beanie babies. It could be anything. I mean, what are you going to invest in that's weird and unproven and call it investing? It's not. It's speculation.
Yes.
I mean, there's an old movie, fabulous movie, Trading Places with Eddie Murphy, and they were speculating on orange juice futures. It was a commodities play, and commodities were big. And when I was 26, gold speculation, buying gold as a commodity, not buying the gold bars, but it was a speculation thing. I lost $5,000 in about 26 minutes doing it one time because I thought I had it figured out. And so what I figured out is slow and steady wins the race. Invest in things that are proven. If you're going to speculate, it should be a small percentage of your world because you're getting ready to light those dollars on fire and burn them.
They're gone. So again, this whole idea of building wealth and wanting to win with money and actually have more dollars to your name than you did the day before, all of that. It's that investing 15% of your income, you guys, into your 401k, Roth IRA, mutual fund. And it's that slow and steady, which again, it's not exciting. It's not fun. You don't seem on the cusp of like the new thing. And honestly, people
You're not the cool kid, but who gives a crap? I mean, if your goal is to be the cool kid, you're gonna be broke your whole life.
Well, I don't think it's the cool kid, but the conversation I've had even with friends, it's like, but they almost make you feel like you the whole you don't understand. Well, you don't really get it. If you really got it, if you really understood it,
Well,
you would do it.
That's an arrogance. That's just arrogance. That's all it is.
But there's an emotional thing of
well,
that. I feel
don't
like.
question my get-rich-quick scheme because you are questioning my spiritual stand in my heart is what you're doing. And so the reaction back against that is vicious.
Yes,
and it's like, whoa, Dave Ramsey. And so I must be completely torn down as a human being because I stood against your broken, messed up heart.
When is something proven over long term that you would invest in something new?
Real estate that is not nothing down.
But like how long would crypto have to be working for you to say, I would put some money in?
I would have to see a steady trend line, not a mountainous, crazy world, okay?
Yeah.
And I'd have to see a platform that was stable and that had some sense of participation for about 5 years.
5 years.
And then I'll talk about doing it.
Yeah.
But right now, it's
yes.
It's it's LSD, man. I mean, it's all over the map. They're tripping.
There you go, crypto. Just like
now
a drug.
you got a whole new thing to write about, Dave.
Just like a drug. Okay, so the next thing to do different in 2022 is possibly to get a part-time job. So we always talk about how when you want to get out of debt, you want to build up that emergency fund. If you're kind of starting off, especially in those steps of the baby steps, bringing that income up is a huge part of the equation. And I feel like now it is a great time because
it's lots of work.
Restaurants, service industries, delivery. I mean, it's just there's
and
signs.
The pay is really good right now.
Yes.
For that kind of stuff.
Yes, because they're desperate for
and
it.
side hustles too, of all kinds. It's a great time, and it's always been the formula. I mean, there's a great place to go when you're broke to work. You know, I mean, it's always been the formula.
Yeah.
But now you can really just kind of, almost cherry pick and get really good return on your time invested.
Yes.
And really move the needle. And so there's something really positive about, stepping in with a sense of action, a sense of passion into your wealth building, into your future, and really popping it with a little extra income.
Yep, it's huge. All right, number 5, don't rely on the government to forgive your student loans. So 66% of people believe that the government is going to be the thing or a portion of it that's going to help them get out of their student loan debt. It just makes me sigh a little bit. Because the government,
I have a different reaction.
It is, where the government, the trust the government has in my life is like, not big. And so there is a powerful thing, you guys, of stepping into your own life, your money, what's happening, and to say, I'm actually going to be the one to move the needle. I'm actually going to be the one to control my life. I'm not going to wait on somebody else to fix my situation. And when that shifts, and it's not even just the government, but I think anything, right? Society. Once my boss sees how great I am and gives me like once you start placing your future in other people's hands,
that's it.
That's when stuff starts to get scary to me.
I'm waiting on my company
right.
to fix my life. I'm waiting on my wife to fix my life. I'm waiting on my preacher to fix my life. I'm waiting on the White House to fix my life. You're going to be waiting a long time in every one of those cases because it turns out your life is your job. And I'm old. We've already discussed that. And so
he's 61, by the way.
And and she's not yet. And I've never gotten blessed from the White House financially, and I've built 2 fortunes in my life, and they're the result of lots of wonderful people coming alongside me. I didn't do it completely by myself. I'm not a lone ranger. But it was not as a result of the government dishing out blessings. You don't find people who go, the government made me rich.
Yep.
You just don't find that. And so waiting around on them to fix your life is dumb. Oh, and by the way, B, you borrowed the money. You took out the loan. You owe the money. Oh, there's that. It's a moral thing.
There is that. I know. So here's my thing, though. Here's my rub, though, is like, yes, 1,000%. And I agree. But also, I'm like, it's these, but we just did a whole documentary, Borrowed Future. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. But I'm like, you see these 18-year-old kids that are coming from all different backgrounds, all different situations. And
I'm not saying they didn't get scammed.
Yes.
But
so
you
the
did sign up for
scamming
it.
factor that you did sign your name, yes.
Hey, you know what?
The
I went broke.
scam in it?
The reason I went broke was I signed too many loans.
Yeah.
90-day notes. Never thinking they were going to execute on one little clause down in the bottom down there And that's what it was. It was like 17 pages into the document.
Yeah.
One little clause, and they went, the quality of your collateral now we don't like. And I'm like, what the flip is quality? And called our loans. So I got scammed. I got tricked. I got beat up by the banking industry. At 23 years old, I signed those loans.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who is ultimately responsible? The truth is both parties. But I can't walk around and wait on someone to go fix the trap that I fell into. It's my life.
Yep.
I have to take responsibility. Boys and girls, when you become an adult, you take responsibility for your crap.
Amen. Hallelujah. And then that's when stuff starts to shift, though. And again, this is every part of your life. When you actually start taking responsibility in your parenting, in your marriage, in your work, all of it. It is. It's this.
My kids are screwed up because of the schools. No, you let them go to that school. You're their parent. Do something different. It's not the school's fault. You left them there.
Oh no.
Here we go.
My kids are in public school. I just got very nervous.
You can't no, but the point is, if Amelia comes home misbehaving, you can't. Winston would never blame the school.
I know. Oh,
it wouldn't even come up.
Sure.
He would just go, my kid is misbehaving.
Sure. There can be influences.
Yes, there can be. But the ultimate responsibility lies.
We should have a parenting podcast together.
That would be awesome.
This would be great. Okay.
It'd be highly,
volatile. Very volatile. Okay.
Rachel has scars.
Number 6. Number 6. Don't fall for Afterpay. Okay, so the way crypto was kind of a current trend thing, so is Afterpay. And this is everywhere. I know you don't live on Instagram.
I don't.
But if you swipe up on any cute thing.
I watch the fine print with George Campbell.
I know. Yes. Well, it's you see it everywhere. And it's interesting. We found that 78% of millennials who used Afterpay actually missed a payment.
No. Who knew?
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying. I feel bad for you millennials that missed a payment, but the fees and everything attached. So here's the deal, you guys. Again, stop. It's debt. What that is debt, and it's a sneaky marketing way to make you feel like, oh, but I'm not using a credit card. It doesn't feel like a loan. It's just like, oh, it's just 4 easy payments to get the shirt that I want.
Here's the oldest trick in the book. Okay,
it's debt.
Take a very small amount of money and charge 1,000% interest, and do it 10 million times, and you will become Afterpay. That's all it is. It's a tiny little amount of money. It's $9 freaking.
Right.
And then you add the interest on it, and you go, if you actually did the thing, it's like a payday lender, okay? I take a $50 thing out from a payday lender, but no one looks. The average is 840% annualized interest on payday lending. But it's such a small amount of money, and the 840% on $50 is $200, so it's still a small amount of money, but it's just,
you just keep going,
You don't catch it because, again, the little foxes spoil the vine.
Yes.
They keep it small enough that they lull you to sleep, and then
and
they
what
slit
it
your
feels
throat.
like it. That's right. That's right.
What it is.
So you guys, again, staying away from it. Just pay for it. So you're not continuing to have to pay for the sweater or the cookware, whatever you're buying, over those 4 months. Okay. Number 7, talk to your spouse about money. This is a huge topic. We talk about money in marriage a lot because the relational aspect of money is big in the celebratory part of it, but also the tension, stress-filled part of it. Money, it's a factor in marriage.
Sure.
And so learning to get on the same page, I mean, it is so crucial. Your journey not only brings you guys together in your marriage, but you also get there so much faster too.
Here's the thing. Do you want to have a high-quality marriage? Do you want to be wealthy? Answer to both questions, if you're semi-intelligent, is yes, right? Mm-hmm. So what is the shortest distance between where you are to wealth and a high-quality marriage? It turns out that there's 2 pieces that if you leave either one of them out, you're not going to get there. One is the power of unity, of working together towards a goal. 1 + 1 does not equal 2 when you're unified. 1 + 1 = 4. And so you get there so much faster. And the second piece is integrity. And you just don't become wealthy or have high-quality relationships without integrity. Mm-hmm. And integrity means you're whole.
Yeah.
Like an integer is a whole number. And that means your whole relationship is on the table. There's no hidden Target bags under the bed, and you think that's cute. It's not cute. It's lying. It's deceiving. It's integrity. And I need to say that strongly, not to be thumping somebody, but to wake you up and go, this is costing you in ways you have no idea. Who can find a virtuous wife? Her worth is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trusts her, and he will have no lack of gain. There's no qualifiers, there's no percentages. 100 times out of 100, he will have no lack of gain.
Yeah. And it is. And again, that I love the little foxes analogy that's been through this whole thing, but it is. It's the small things, you guys, where you're like, I'm not gonna do it. And it hurts. It's hard. It can be easier said. Wednesday, we were just booking a vacation.
It's shaming,
and
it's
I saw the
embarrassing.
dollar amount and I was like, because we talked about going, I was like, I'm gonna book it and I'm gonna tell them dollar amount, and it's just a little bit more. It's stuff is just a little more expensive than normal. But you guys, I even found myself being like, okay, Rachel. Okay, you gotta just say it out loud, and you know what I mean. But I don't want to hear no. I want to go right. It's the whole tension of stuff, you guys. But
I want my way.
maybe I do. Maybe I do. I really want to go stay at that one hotel, really bad. But I'm like, there is something about not just the honesty, but hey, we're gonna work at this together.
Yep.
Whatever the decision is, you guys. So getting on that same page, talking about it, even though it's difficult. I hear that, and again, I know my example is something more small than maybe what you're walking through in your marriage, but pushing into those issues and have someone walk with you if you guys need help. I don't think that life, I'm like, if you're not great at working out, you get a trainer or you go to a class with an instructor. Like, you have people in your life to help you. So pull somebody in to this conversation if you need help. So that would be my piece of advice. All right, number 8, get on a budget. The B word. I feel like this is like I feel like Ramsey is known for like cut up your credit cards and get on a budget. I feel like the budget is the tried and true. But it is that important, you guys. Like, it is the thing that is going to change your financial life. When you actually start to have a plan and you actually know what is going on with your money, you can make changes. There's such freedom in it.
Yeah. The budget is not the thing, it's the vehicle. You get the kids all ready for church, and now you go, get in the car. Because that's the fastest way to get to church. We could walk, but get in the car. So what's the fastest way? Get on the budget. It's the vehicle that takes you there. It's not really the thing. It's the thing that takes you to the thing.
Yes, absolutely. But it is the thing that says, okay, here, we're able to lay everything out and actually know the numbers and know what's going on. So let's get on the budget, like you're saying, and start trekking down. And whether it's you're starting on baby step 1, you guys, or you're all the way on baby step 7, still having a plan and still doing a budget. I was talking to a friend, this was a few months ago, but she was like, I just feel like I just work so hard to like nickel and dime myself on a budget. Like, I don't do a budget. And I was like, it was such an interesting concept as I was kind of asking her more questions and all of it. Because I was like, I feel the complete opposite. Like, I feel like if I work hard and I make money, I'm like, I want it to go as far as possible, not to just hoard it and, just be like, oh, it's just gonna be all mine. But to actually use it and enjoy it and have fun with it. So,
well, that's someone that feels like a budget is telling them what to do instead of them telling their budget what to do.
That's right.
And because here's the thing. If you aim at nothing, 100% of the time, you will hit nothing. It's pretty simple. And that's what most people do with their lives.
Yep.
And so you wouldn't get in the car and just go, I wonder where Florida is. I don't know if we'll ever get to Florida. And just start driving in circles.
Sounds
and
good.
Go, I don't really want to be constricted by a plan. You'll end up in freaking Minnesota.
Totally.
I mean, it's just, and then wonder how you got there. And I wonder how this happened. Someone must have done this to me. No, you did it to you. You need a game plan and go, this is the path. And then once you decide that's the path, and you go, oh, is there a more efficient way? I mean, you bring up the GPS, it's got 4 different ways. And you select the scenic route, the one through the wreck, or the one, with the traffic, or you decide, which one we're going to do. But there's at least a plan, and then you can adjust the plan as you go. And guess what? It's your plan. You could just decide not to go and turn around and go back home. But you've got to have a plan.
Yes, absolutely. And if you guys haven't used Every Dollar, make sure to download that, because it's probably the best tool to help you not only learn how to budget, but to actually use it in your everyday life. It's huge.
And it gets better every day. Our team is so good.
So good. It's awesome. Okay, number 9, keep your eyes on what you have, not what others have. This is big. I love John Deloney. He says that anxiety has been escalating so quickly that the trend line is almost completely vertical. And I think because of that, there's this level of like, in everything in our world right now. But I think the idea of acquiring and living life and, I just want this and this and this because you see what other people have, there's an emotional toll that causes, you guys. There's a discontentment that starts to lay in your life and in your heart versus when you say, okay, what if I put the blinders on and I just focus on that? And when I see other people and their stuff, I used to be bad at this. I would see someone that has like a Tesla, like a car or something that I absolutely love. And I would be like, they probably have car payments on it. They probably have a car payment. And I would try to like justify like that they made a bad money decision because it was something I wanted. And then I had to learn, Rachel, stop that. Like, no. Or I'd see a nice vacation of someone. I'm like, oh, I bet it's on a credit card. I better put that on a credit card. And learning like, no, 1,000% they could have saved up and paid for this, all of it. But either way, right? Either way, whatever someone's money decision is or what they have, you just can't let it control your life. You can't. And again, I'm one that can be guilty of that. But learning day in and day out, you have to put the blinders on. And that contentment piece of this money conversation, you guys, it's so, so key.
There's a #1 book out called Love Your Life, Not Theirs. You got to check it out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really good.
Talk about contentment.
Godliness with contentment is a great game. The people that you walk around that are just, they look different. They feel different. And they're really kind of rare. And you know what? It's a decision. It's a choice. You can decide, I'm going to be one of those people rather than, and just, and it has a lot to do with screens. The fewer screens you have in your face, the more content you are.
Amen. Hallelujah to that, Pastor Dave. All right, number 10, live on less than you make. This is like one of your banners that you've been raising forever. But it's true. All of this that we're talking about, you guys, whether it's, again, the budget, talking with your spouse, having an emergency fund, so much of this plays into just that simple phrase, but yet is so hard to do, of living on less than you make.
Yeah. The Bible says a foolish man devours all he has. You spend everything you make. You're by definition a fool. I've been a fool at times. And then when I'm not a fool, I have more money. And so you spend more than you make. It's bad. Normal is broke, and we can all look out there and go, we don't want to be normal.
Yeah.
The statistics of normal are really sucky. I mean, it's bad. You don't want to be normal. And so, but it requires this magic word that you have to learn to say to yourself, and the word is no. And it's magic. It's ancient. Very few people hear it anymore, and you're certainly not allowed to say it to anyone. On any issue, you'll get canceled. But you got to learn to say it to yourself, no.
Yep, learning that. So good. Good top 10 list for 2022, guys.
Well
I hope
done.
this helps you, and I hope it guides you guys. And if you want to check out things like Every Dollar or Financial Peace University, go to RamseySolutions.com/Ramsey Plus, because plugging into some good stuff that's going to help walk beside you this year, it's so important. Again, like I said earlier, we're not supposed to do this stuff alone. You're not supposed to know how to parent by yourself or have a great marriage by yourself or even spiritually grow by yourself. Like, you have people in your lives to help you. And that is why we do the work we do every day, is to walk beside you guys. So make sure to check that out. And I hope you have a great new year. So
Happy
fun.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Woo, woo, woo.